Welcome to Tiny Hands Big Dreams here on the homestead. Good morning. It is a beautiful sunny morning. Not quite as bright and early as I wanted. I could not get out of bed this morning. It was so cold. I know it wasn't really cold in comparison to actual winter, but it got into the 50s last night, which is unusual for us. And with the wind, it was rather unpleasant to try to sleep in a tent. It wasn't easy to get up this morning. But I'm up here at the stanchion, get ready to milk goats. Goats. I wanted to give a bit of an update for anyone interested in goats. Our little first freshener, Tiny. Okay, they're bashing. They're bashing on their doors. They're impatient. Our little first freshener, Tiny, had it was a pretty sad night a few nights ago. Unbeknownst to us, she had gone into premature labor. She was relatively quiet about it. Didn't know what was happening until we went to put the goats away. It was rather obvious. So I stayed with her for a while. Yeah, so she was about 7 weeks early. Obviously, that's, in case you don't know, that's far, far too early for any sort of viability, which is really, really sad because that would have been great. And she's the important genetics to us. So I was really excited about that. That did not happen. We do not have a little baby goat, but we do have another goat in milk suddenly, which is great. I'm not complaining, but I needed the milk, but I wasn't quite prepared. She was not trained to do the stanchion. She was never been milked. Interestingly, she has turned out to be a super easy goat to milk, super lovely, wonderful. I think she would be a great mom one day. That's just real life on a homestead. Yeah, we've never had such a problem. There is no particular answer as to what happened. It could have been that she's just a first freshener and something went wrong that we don't know about. The baby seemed completely fine, like it was growing properly. It was alive. I don't know if it was a deficiency for her, for Tiny. I honestly don't know. We are kind of throwing everything at her to make sure she's healthy. We're a little concerned about a retained placenta, which would be terrible. It's kind of hard to know. So we're giving her lots of calcium and minerals and just trying to keep her healthy and hope everything goes okay for her. That's basically all we can do now, is just go forward. So that's kind of the update there. And then we've got the other two that are due, I don't know, I think it's like October and November or something like that. So it'll be a while. So at least we have a bit of milk, and I am grateful for that. It's not quite the way I wanted it, but get some milk. So now it's time to milk.
Got a big day planned, lots of stuff. Start with a delicious breakfast. Camote pancakes, pineapple banana jam, eggs, homemade hot sauce. Alright, keep going. What do you mean now it's recording? Wait, what? What about this whole time? All this clearing? It wasn't recording? What kind of vlog is this? Alright. To recap, because we don't have a video of it, big ugly mountain here has decided in the recent rains to poo on what we call Big Slippy Hill. Now, historically, a few weeks ago, this was a full stop. It was a football field of mud twice as tall as me. Full down the hill, destruction, like the road was not here. But now, it's just a tiny poo with some rains, soupy mud, rocks. We've cleared it back a good bit. Got a rake. That's good times. It's good times. Okay. And then we're going to run the van up and down it just to make sure we're not stuck. Yep, that's how that works. And if we get stuck, we're stuck. And then off to the next thing. We're going to sneak up on her. Oh, like sneaking. Hold on. So what we have here is Eli and Mama doing some earthwork. Now, we were waiting on this to cut that wall down to a terrace until we got a piece of roof because of various reasons. And then this area, which is her room, has a bit of a trough which has to be filled, but it's against a wattle and daub wall, which was going to require special care to prevent moisture ingress. Again, there was no roof. However, someone has wonderfully donated some money to us for some roof. We're amazingly thankful. Gosh, I can't tell you how much it means to help us along like this. So we took that money and we went ahead and ordered some roof and some battens. And a bag of cement because we have to do some posts and some teeth, we call them. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to say it without using colloquial like family terms.
I don't know how.
Teeth. They're wall teeth. There. We actually dig them in like teeth. Weird, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going to put up another section of roof. It's going to cover all of Mama's room. It's going to cover part of the third room. And that means that we can get that area all dug out without worrying about sloughing. And gosh, move stuff along. So what am I doing? Well, let's look over here. I have built upside down sawhorses. Really, they go the other way. This was some wood that was laying out in the field, had been left, cut off the outsides, sort of, and I only have the skill saw. Like, I don't have a table saw or anything else. So with a skill saw, and then what's left of my jointer, I turned it into somewhat dimensional pieces of wood. I've made a pair of sawhorses, and then we oil the bottoms where they're going to sit on the ground. Otherwise, they'll just rot and get carpenter ants. So I got another one over here. We'll get this one oiled up too. And we're going to take our two sawhorses, which, gosh, seems like you should have sawhorses on a construction site, and we're going to set them up to be a better table or workbench than the windowsills that we've been using, which are the worst windowsills ever. I cannot explain how a 2-inch surface is literally the worst storage or work surface. The chickens knock them down. I don't like... it's pain. All right, so that's a big upgrade. All right, tell me about your shovel. You scare easy.
What am I telling you about?
Tell me about your shovel.
How awesome my shovel is, and you
So if you didn't see it, we modified the old shovel because
I didn't make that better. Sorry.
First I had to repair her boots. Her boots were destroyed. She's destroyed multiple pairs of rain boots, and she's destroyed multiple pairs of danners. Why? Here, I'll show the other side. Because the stinking shovel has this, like, just the way they made it, that little piece absolutely is just, it cut all the way through the tread on her boot. It's just chunked it out. Anyway, she's a right foot kind of digger. So I took the shovel and I added a nice piece of flat and a little piece to ride up the inside because there was also damage there. Notice it fits nice and snug. She can push really good. I sharpened the end of it.
Well, mostly it's that it doesn't hurt my foot anymore. It used to be like really painful on the foot.
Yeah.
Especially in rain boots.
Because it was literally just cutting through.
Yeah.
So that was a small fix-it of, by this one small change, we were able to prevent damage to multiple boots. We were able to prevent damage and pain to her foot. We were able to make her shovel more.
Yay.
Shovel more.
Shovel more.
Not many people, especially not many women, can say that they have worn out like an entire stack of boots and shovels because they actually dig and do stuff. Some can. Some can. It's a small but distinguished list. Did you want to be in the video?
I was just going to stand and wait.
Hey! Look at that. Who remembers Vanna White? People that watch our channel. Yeah.
That wasn't so much Vanna White.
Anyway. Yeah. Freshly built sawhorses. I mean, it's a simple thing, but my gosh, if you don't have access to 2x4s or dimensional lumber in general, suddenly these are a harder to attain item. Anyway, a couple of pieces of southern yellow pine that we actually brought with us all the way from the old land. But it has taken all of our junk. I've gotten it off the ground, got some wattle stacked up. I got clean in here. That's great. I got all the stuff that was over there. There's a ton of tools and things and bits that had fallen. Oh, it's all gone.
Oh, my dirt.
In the dirt.
Look at the dirt.
Yep. Made dirt. So, that terrace is getting cut in. That's the first cut. And it's also basically going to be the roof line on that side. Oh, it'll be good to get roof over this. We're starting to have worries about our poor posties. They were never supposed to be out in the weather this long. We really expected we could have had a roof by now, but thanks to the generosity of some lovely people, we're going to do it.
Nope.
I hate it when you sneak up on me.
You do it to me.
That's different. It's fine though, because your microphone isn't on.
That's good.
Dang it. So, can we return that to the jungle?
Math makes him turn into a monkey.
I'm making rain hat. So I started making these. I call them dry squares. And it's an X of some stick with plastic tied over it. And my gosh, it's the idea of throw a tarp over something, but invariably a tarp is a pain, and you got to tie it down. You got to put weights all over. It's going to blow a corner off. Dry squares. You can lean them up against things. You can set them on stuff. You put one weight, and then the whole thing will stabilize. It's just rigid. And we started using them to cover wood piles and things. The goat, use them for the goat on a stick. I decided to make a big one for my big wood piles, which apparently is some sort of super fancy, exotic, Amazonian, rare hardwood thing.
This is the one that the workers scavenged from the slough forest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it.
This was a big tree. We didn't get it all. Some of it fell down the hill. There's a piece still down there, but I'm out of chainsaw blade. Basically, I'm down to the last few sharpenings on the chainsaw blades, and I'm getting really shy about using them on anything. So cutting up more wood has kind of come to a stop until we can afford things like chainsaw blades. Yeah, a big long cover for all this. We've got it stacked on some nice purlins, on some blocks. It should dry out. It's really beautiful wood. It's got a bit of an oxidation on it now, but we cut it into whatever chunks we could get out of it. There's some nice big planks on the bottom. There's a bunch of 3x and 4x, which I have plans for. Tree wasn't exactly straight, so it was sort of cutting it opportunistically. It's not like a perfect stack of dimensional wood, but I can get all of it and cut it down into dimensional pieces later, is the way we sized it. I just need to keep it dry so it doesn't rot and the bugs off. So doesn't disappear. It's fun.
Do you want lunch soon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go move goats and then we can have lunch.
Okay.
So in our latest video, we talked about changing your mindset. So self-sufficiency, being off-grid is more possible. You can be more successful at it. Great example. It is a super gorgeous day. And that means it's laundry day. Is it what I want to be doing when it's beautiful out? Not really, no. But I only have so much space for laundry. And I really need sun for laundry. As sun. Alright. There we go.
And now for our family moment of fail. Eli, what's the ratio for the cement we mix? Sand, rock to cement.
Don't know.
We have not housed in a while, as you might be able to tell. We've literally forgotten what the heck we were doing. Plans. All right, what did you ask me, Wubbs? It was about the tooth?
If it was the right height, if the floor is level.
Is the floor level? The floor was... We don't know if it was level. We don't even remember.
Oh!
We don't know. Where do we make the tooth? Wow, okay. And then... there was something else, too. We have not housed. We've been like so fantastically poor just trying to survive and eat that we've just sort of abandoned the whole house project trying to survive. And now it's like we're starting all over. Like we're a bunch of noobs. Yeah, I said it. Noobs. There you go. Moment of fail. All right. Look at that. We got a tooth dug in. Stabilizes the bottom of the wall and gives us a little break of ground contact from the wattle and daub to the earth. Keep moisture down. Eli is going ahead and building little forms there for our little tooth. That'll be good. We're going to look at Mama's wall. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It doesn't take her that long to actually do the wall. It takes a ton of time to gather all the wattle. Like, it takes hours to go and like whack stuff down and knock off all the branches and things and haul it all up here, and then she just burns through it and makes this beautiful little wall. Another one down. Bueno. One tooth. It is important with natural walls to not let them touch the ground. They will rot. It's important to not let the posts touch the earth. They will rot.
Can you show my wall?
That's Mama's room. Oh, you just ran into the... That's a wall there. You can't run through the wall. I did. I showed your wall. Okay. She's very proud of her wall. It's a very nice wall.
It's been a while since I've made a wall.
Like, it's just gloriously nice. Exciting recap.
I went up... Oh, gosh.
Whoa.
What kind of camera work?
I got this.
Do you? I went up to feed the pigs, which was an adventure in and of itself, as per usual. And then I realized I hadn't heard Tiny. Oh, like for hours. No, I hadn't heard her.
Okay.
And normally she'd be yelling to be moved for food. I started worrying, so I'm like, I'm gonna go check on all the goats. I'm going to check on the goats and things. I realized I can't see her. I'm like, where is she? Is she laying down? That could be bad. She might be sick. I don't know what's going on.
She is on the watch list.
So I look over and I'm like, oh, she's naked. She's running around naked.
Free and naked.
Goat in the wild. No stake, no rope, no collar, nothing.
Just free and naked.
Do you know how hard it is to catch a small goat without horns? And then how do you lead her anywhere?
Banana.
Ear.
Oh.
She has large ears.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you hold her by?
String in your pocket?
I put fresh pants on. I don't have anything. I had a tiny, I found her. The kid came up. I found her collar. I tried to get the collar back on. It just keeps falling off. I have no string in my pockets because fresh pants. So I had one little piece of blue string that was trash that I found in the corn when I went to feed the pigs. Is this long? Oh, weird piece of not our string, just string. So I managed to and I had shoved it in my pocket, and I managed to tie it on with a little piece of trash. We might need to do a better job later.
Ta-da!
Adventures.
Adventures.
Okay.
Solar-powered welding. How fun is that? Every bit of our power comes from the sun. Neat. Anyway, this is our pig trap, and I just thought I would get a little bit of extra things on it. I've made some final bits, a door closer, some hooks, and I put some little anti-nose things in the front, because when we put a dish in here, I don't want them to nose it from the outside. They have to go in the trap. Yep. Still on a complete and total budget of $0. So that's fun. Alright, cool. I just thought I'd get a little more done before I called it. But the moon is out. The day is done. Moving on. The secret life of a person on the edge of the Amazon.
So scary.
Much of it involves making food.
True.
How much of your day do you spend making food?
Just making it or thinking about it?
Okay, now we have two categories. How much of the day do you spend making food? And then how much of the day do you spend thinking about food? And then how much of the day do you spend in some way sort of side related to preparing or growing food?
All of those things combined, probably all the waking hours and then some.
27 hours a day? There you go. Action cam.
Alright, dinner's ready with a giant pot of chicken soup. Our chickens, chicken bone broth, vegetables, potatoes. Looks really good. And caramelized onion bread. Fresh bread. With extra salt. Looks good.